Just after 1:30 in the morning on February 22nd, 2026, a man walked up to the north gate of Mar-a-Lago, one of the most heavily protected addresses in the United States, carrying a shotgun and a gas can. He breached the perimeter. He was confronted by Secret Service agents. He was ordered to drop his weapons. He put down the gas can, and then he raised the shotgun. Within seconds, he was dead. Donald Trump was not at Mar-a-Lago that night. No protectee was harmed. No officers were injured. But what this man was doing there, why his family had reported him missing days before this happened, and what investigators are still trying to answer, that is where this story gets complicated. His family hadn't seen him in days. They had already filed a missing persons report. Nobody, not even the people closest to him, knew he was heading there. Mar-a-Lago sits on the southern tip of Palm Beach, Florida, a 17-acre estate flanked by the Intracoastal Waterway on one side and the Atlantic on the other. Since Donald Trump's return to the presidency, it has operated as a secondary hub of executive activity, which means its security infrastructure is not symbolic. It is layered, staffed around the clock, and coordinated between the U.S. Secret Service and local Palm Beach County law enforcement. On the night of February 21st into the early hours of February 22nd, President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump were in Washington, D.C. at the White House. Mar-a-Lago was secured but unoccupied by the protectee. The man who approached the North Gate that night was in his early 20s. His name had not been publicly released by the time this story broke. What had been confirmed, his family had reported him missing in the days before this incident. He arrived with two things, a shotgun and a fuel can. From the moment he crossed that perimeter, he had less than 60 seconds before the confrontation reached its final point. Every one of those seconds is documented. The man breached the secure perimeter at the North Gate area of Mar-a-Lago. 2 U.S. Secret Service agents and a Palm Beach County Sheriff's deputy moved to intercept him. Law enforcement issued commands, drop the weapon, stop moving. He responded partially. He set the gas can down. That partial compliance is significant. It suggests he heard them. It suggests he understood what was being asked, and then he raised the shotgun into a firing position, pointing it toward the officers. Drop it. Drop the weapon. Drop it now. When the shotgun came up, the officers opened fire. The man was killed at the scene. No agents were injured. The entire confrontation lasted less than a minute. A young man, reported missing by his own family, showed up at a presidential compound in the middle of the night, carrying an accelerant alongside a firearm. Motive has not been confirmed, but the combination of those two items is what elevated this from a security incident to a full federal investigation. Here's what most coverage has glossed over. The gas can is not a minor detail. Investigators aren't treating it as one. And the reason why reframes everything. When initial reports broke, the framing was simple. Security breach, suspect shot, no officers harmed, Trump not present. But 3 agencies, the FBI, the Secret Service, and the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, are jointly investigating. That level of response signals this is not a routine use of force case alone. A shotgun and an accelerant at a property in the middle of the night forces investigators toward a harder question. What was this man planning to do if he had gotten further? Trump was not there. That fact prevented this from becoming something far worse. But intent, if it can be established, determines whether this is an attempted assassination, an act of intended destruction, or something else. And then there is the missing persons report. His family filed it days before February 22nd. In the days leading up to this, the people who knew him best did not know where he was. We are working to determine a motive, is what officials said publicly. That sentence, in federal investigation language, means we don't have one yet. The man in his early 20s, whose name had still not been publicly released, died at the gate of a property the president wasn't even at. As of the morning of February 22nd, 2026, 1 man dead, No officers injured. 3 agencies investigating. Motive unknown. Identity withheld. And a family somewhere trying to understand how the person they reported missing ended up at Mar-a-Lago in the dark. The Secret Service confirmed the incident. The FBI confirmed their participation. None of them confirmed why. This incident has not been confirmed as an assassination attempt. It has not been ruled out as one either. Somewhere in what happened between the moment this man went missing and the moment he raised that shotgun, there is an answer nobody has found yet. The North Gate at Mar-a-Lago is still standing. The question of why he came is not closed. This story is still developing. So here's what I want to know from you. Do you think the presence of that gas can indicate a planned act or something else? Drop your answer in the comments. If you want to follow this as it develops, subscribe. We cover breaking news when the facts are confirmed, not before. And the next case we're covering? A security breach that was never made public until last month. That one is even harder to explain.